Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. Yeah, I've got two legends of the club here, two ex-pros who've been through this. And Chiefs fans, you want to stick around and hear from these two legends. They've got a special message for you for that special date on the 1st of March. Ngwenya and Kermit Erasmus. Kaboyelo. Gents, you guys have got different views of what you witnessed tonight. You know, there's negatives and positives. I want you to tell the people, and they can be the judge of where you guys stand on tonight. Shege, what did you see?
Sure, Chaga. Tonight, very tough game. Not an easy game at all, you know. Credit to Marumo Galans for coming out and playing against Sundowns. You know, Dan Malisela's teams will always come and want to play, and it's impressive, you know, against the Sundowns team that they can go pound to pound. And yeah, my negatives, Jaga, is that, you know, so many chances that were created by Marumo Galants. It becomes a concern to me, you know, a side like Sundowns, who are going to play in the biggest competition, the club competition, you know, really giving away too many chances, you know, to the opposition. If it was another day, I mean, Marumo Galants could have got something from this game with all the opportunities that were granted to them, you know. So that's a negative for me. And another one, Mjaga, would be just the lack of marking at the back. You know, when that cross came in for that goal, that was also concerning to me. That it was a free header. And nobody picking up, and I think it happens a lot with Sundowns, where if you catch them off guard at the back, they get caught in 6s and 7s. So those were the concerns for me.
Kermit, you don't take this the wrong way. Don't take my emotions the wrong way, because it's really a sentiment that I see from the fans in the comments. It's a sentiment, and I just want to reflect it, because the frustration from the fans is that this is like, it's starting to develop negative habits in the team, you know, laxing against these smaller teams, but raising your game against Pirates. You put Pirates to the sword 4-1, but then against Galaxy you lose. Against Marumo Galants you struggle. At halftime you are behind, you know, and then you need to be saved, you know, by Onyango, by 1-on-1. You know, Galants, as Shege said, got their chances as well. When I came it.
No, definitely. I mean, for a team like Sundowns, conceding in most games early in the game or conceding first, it's obviously a challenge and a bigger mountain to climb, to come back in games like that and trying to oppose yourself. Sundowns is a team that always has most of the possession, and so they're always leaving spaces behind themselves that are vulnerable to be left in dangerous spaces for opposition to capitalize on. But, you know, I think if they work on the counter-pressing a bit more at training, they can rectify that. You know, like you said, against Pirates, they really have those lapses of concentration in the moments of losing the ball. But with the smaller teams, you see that happening more often, where they end up having a shot against at the goal, or Onyango making a save. I think Gallant posed himself really well today. They had a few chances even when they were leading to make it 2-0 with Mango, and I think Zodiga, or if I'm not mistaken, the number 9. So, you know, they're always vulnerable to conceding. So, which is not a positive thing. But, you know, going into big games, it's gonna be challenging when you one goal down early in the game. So I think they got to work on their counter pressing and fix that in training.
But Mshege, you know, with all due respect, Galants, you know, I'm no ex-pro footballer, by no chance, you know. With all due respect to Galants, they are no Borussia Dortmund, they're no Club World Cup team. You know, say this was practice game, Mshege. Let's say this was warm up for Club World Cup. How to fight back, you know, for when you are behind halftime. Let's say this was a warm up. How far off are they then, you know, to fight in the same way and climb and fight back into a match in a Club World Cup? How far are they from what you've seen?
Yeah, Mchara, you know, it's a positive. It's a positive that they can come back from behind and grind off a result like that, even when it's tough, you know. So I think it's a positive, because you in the Club World Cup you get situations like that where the team will score first, and we want to see how they react, you know, sometimes to situations like that. But it's also a positive that they came back today It wasn't an easy game for them, but they grinded the results and came back. No game is guaranteed for Sundowns, guys. As good as they are, but teams are coming in. They want to beat Sundowns. Every team wants they're the team to beat. So and Marumo really came out today. So it wasn't an easy game for Sundowns. I'm impressed. As much as the negatives of conceding first, but it also shows, coming back from behind. It also shows a lot of character from them, and keeping the results even when they were 10 men down.
But this is nothing new, Kermit. This is nothing new. Even in your times, guys, Sundowns were the team to beat. You walk into the stadium as favorites. You are the big dogs, coming in. So this is nothing new that somebody's gonna make it hard for Sundowns. You know what I mean? So we mustn't act like and make excuses for the guys and say, yeah, Galants are always gonna. You know what I mean? How did you guys do it, Kermit? To switch on that fighting power and make sure that you don't give fans a worry at halftime and say, you know what I mean? Fans are sitting there worried. Hold on.
I hear your concern, Jaga. The supporters definitely were concerned, when we went a goal down, and it looked like Marumo were on the mood also to get a second goal. They could have got even a second goal the way they were coming. So yeah, that's a worry for Sundowns, but. Also, credit goes to them for coming back second half with a different mindset and getting an early goal. Really changing now the complexion of the game and going at Marumo Galants. But I felt it was an open game, and such games are going to happen. One or two of them are going to happen. They're going to go down. So. For me, it's the resilience, the will to win, the championship mentality, we are the team to beat, we are the champions, and champions come back in difficult situations. Today was not an easy situation at all, and Sundowns came back, on another day, Marumo Galants could have won that game, but if you don't take your chances, Sundowns will come back and punish you, and pleasing to see that they never die. They always come back. If you don't take your chances, they'll show you that they're the big team.
There's lots in that underlying message there, Chiefs fans. In that champions will always come back. So you want to hear what Shege has got for you. He's got an arm. He's got something that he's going to load. As we continue the conversation for that 1st of March. We've got a big date, Betway Premiership against Kaizer Chiefs. But up next, we've got Galaxy in Shege, and I'm going to go to an ad break. I want us to talk Galaxy, a team that has beaten Sundowns already. You're facing the team just a few weeks after they beat, the defending champions. You said on the show, different boxer, same ring and same fight. So Galaxy have got a number on Sundowns. So I want us to talk about that. How does the team navigate? How does Cardoso manage all of this? Let's go to an ad break.
What makes a city? Is it the roads? Is it the rivers or canals?
Nah. It's the people, mate. You lot, the passionate ones.
The ones who stand in the rain and the sky blues under the blue skies.
You're part of this great city, wherever you may be.
Woza. Talking Sundowns, we're back. Still talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. Hey, we saw a struggling team, and Galaxy, the next team up next this weekend, is the same type of profile as Galants. They're going to be up for the game. And they've already beaten the team. You said in Shege here, same fight, different boxer. And Cardoso didn't know Galaxy had Sundowns' number. But he got his surprise of his life a few weeks ago. Biggest surprise of his life a few weeks ago. Mapanishwa mdlali, mapanishwa. Yati Galaxy, we've arrived. How does he navigate this one?
Yeah, this one is going to be similar. It's going to be similar again to today's game because Marumo Galant, TS Galaxy, they believe that they can beat Sundowns. They've beaten them before just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it's going to be similar again. It remains to be seen what game plan Cardoso comes up with this time. Knowing that TS Galaxy, knowing what to expect now from TS Galaxy, does he approach the game the same way, or does he change things up? So it's going to be good to see what happens there in that game.
What is it about these games that makes it so hard for players to show up the same way they show up for the big games, like they did to Pirates? Kermit, just tell me. How did you guys do it in your time?
I mean, it's challenging. I'm not going to lie. I mean, especially after you've played a big game like Pirates before, you play a game like Galaxy afterwards. You know, where you've exerted a lot of energy from yourself. You've given a lot of concentration, a lot of everything that requires most of your physical being. And you know, coming into a game like Galaxy after a big win, your mindset might drop a bit. Your challenge, your mentality is not as motivated as you should be, because you're thinking already, we've beaten a big team, so it should be kind of not as challenging as it was playing against a big team. But you know, Galaxy is a well prepared team. They plan really well. They showed that in the previous game against Sundowns by winning. You know, and I'm sure the coach won't change much going into this game. He'll try and apply the same principles he did in the game against Sundowns, and it's just about if they can absorb the pressure for 90 minutes. You saw Kalan couldn't do that tonight, and you know, you got to keep the ball when you've won it, and you got to hurt the team also when they've lost the ball. So Sundowns is the team that always has the ball most of the time, and it's challenging keeping the ball after you've pressed for majority of the game and making it count. So Galaxy made that possible in the game they played against them. So I'm sure they're going to try to apply the same things they've did in the previous game that they won.
Right on, Kermit. And it's Chiefs up next as well, guys. It's Chiefs up next. It's Chiefs, you know. So it's another game where you're going to need to exert that energy. And I want to find out, what does it take then to play the same way, you know? How do you exert the same energy you exert in the Pirates game, in a Gallants game, and a Galaxy game? You know, can the coach expect the guys to do it against Galaxy and against Chiefs the week later, a few days later? You know what I mean? Let's go to an ad break. I want to hear from you guys.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
Oza, Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. We're wrapping it up. Kaizer Chiefs fans, stick around because this one is for you. Gents, you guys said it clearly. There's a challenge of being up for every single game and play top-notch football. You know, we saw it, we witnessed it. Gallants tonight, we saw it against Galaxy. Galaxy are coming up next. After that, it's Chiefs. Now, can the coach trust the guys, Gare? How does he trust the guys to do it, consistently in the next games coming up? Must he expect the guys to drop against Galaxy and will be up for Chiefs? How does it work, Mshek?
Yeah, Mchaga, you know what? These boys playing for Sundowns, they know they're playing for a big team, a team that's been achieving things, for a couple of years now. They've been consistent, and it's very impressive, to stay hungry, after winning all these leagues. But they are professional, and they know what this is about, and every game is important. They want to win the league. The 3 points against Kaizer Chiefs is not bigger than the 3 points against TS Galaxy. So they need to exert the same pressure that they would against Chiefs, But psychologically, obviously, Mchaga, when you're playing against Kaizer Chiefs, it's the big team. It's going to be packed at the stadium. Very little motivation is needed there. Definitely they'll come motivated, They don't even need to try and motivate themselves in a game like that. It's the games like Galaxy where they really need to now motivate themselves and say, hey, we need to give the same amount of resistance, that we'd give against Chiefs. We need to show that we're the champions. We need to win this game as well. This 3 points is important as well. So, yeah, it remains to be seen how they're going to come up. I mean, they lost against TS Galaxy, so I think that's enough motivation for them going into that game to say, these guys can't beat us again, we can't make the same mistakes we did.
Chiefs is bleeding, the pressure on their coach, because now people are really not convinced. And this is an opportunity, Sundowns, to put the nail on the coffin, because 4-1 against SuperSport United, and they get to sit out the whole weekend and be reminded every single day that they lost 4-1 against their former coach, Kevin Hunt, on his 999th game. Yeah. Now they're facing Sundowns. if Sundowns give him another 4-1, and I foresee that if Sundowns score early, they're gonna destroy Chiefs, and it could be easily another high-scoring game, and that could be the nail on the coffin for Nabi, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenging couple of weeks for Nabi. You know, going into the game against Sundowns on the 1st of March is gonna be very challenging because last night he had a big loss. You know, against not such a strong SuperSport. If you looked at the game against Sundowns when they lost, SuperSport lost to Sundowns, you know, they never really put up a fight, and then you see them against Chiefs. They literally pound for pound and outplayed them, outsmarted them, outpowered them in every aspect. So coming against the Sundowns is going to be very interesting to see. Whether it will be his last game or not, it's for us to wait and see. You know, we cannot decide that, but it's going to be very challenging. I can guarantee you that, because Sundowns, you know, they just lost one game, you know, so far, and like Shakes has said, they want to have the revenge against Galaxy. So they're definitely going to start off with Galaxy and try and continue that run. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks.
Shege, the message from fans is clear. Anything written Kaizer Chiefs must just die. You know, so fans are clearly would love nothing but to see Kaizer Chiefs unstable, and firing a coach would be the most unstable thing, would be the most glorious thing next to winning the championship, I'm sure.
Mjaga, the cooking will be over. Come the 1st of March, the end of the cooking. It will be the end of the cooking. The pot will not have been ready, and the man is going. The message is clear from the Sundowns supporters. They want nothing more than to beat Kaizer Chiefs. There's nothing that makes Sundowns supporters more happy than to see Chiefs losing to them. And not just losing, but losing convincingly. And that's what they're going to want to see come on the 1st. You know, they were going to want to see a Sundowns team that goes out there and destroys this Nabi cook and sends him packing back home.
I think let's make it easy, because I was gonna say, is it gonna be the end of Nabi? But I'm gonna say to Sundowns, hit us up in the comments. How many goals is it gonna take for Sundowns to kill Kaizer Chiefs in the upcoming match and Nabi's turn at Kaizer Chiefs? Hit us up in the comments. We'll drop and pin it for you to comment and let us know how many goals is it gonna take. This was Ngwenya and Kermit Erasmus talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat.
SoccerBeat, what?